What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So in this video, I've got three fragrances right here. We have Diesel Only the Brave Street. We've got Iris So Intense from Montale, and I finally decided to pick up a bottle of Xerjoff Renaissance, which I've been wanting. All three, to my knowledge, very spring-forward type of scent profiles because spring weather is not far from around the corner for me. Even though we've been dealing with a lot of freezing recently, it's going to start warming up here in the next week or so here in the panhandle of Florida, so I figured why not go ahead and add to the spring rotation. So let's bust these open and check them out. I've never smelled any of these three. Let's see what it is. I picked these up from Fragrance Buy. There will be links down below if you're interested in checking them out. Let's see what it is. Stay tuned. So I think we're going to start with Diesel Only the Brave Street. Been a while since I got a Diesel Only the Brave flanker. This is a tester. That's why it's in the white box. 75 ml. I always go with the testers when it comes to the Diesel fragrances. At least the Only the Brave fragrances anytime I get them. So very much a concrete-like look to the bottle. It is that oh so awesomely cheesy fist with the rings. Here it has this matte orange look, anodized look to the collar. Actually, I do like the color scheme for what it is. I gotta say, Diesel Only the Brave. Cap always holds into place. I got a decent atomizer. I'm gonna spray it on the skin. It smells familiar. It's a little minty green. I don't have anything on this hand. Big wide spray. I haven't looked at the notes. I've looked at Iris So Intense before. I believe it's just like a little bit of vanilla musk and iris. So I've looked at that before. We'll get to that. We'll save that one for last because it's probably the strongest one of the bunch. And I've looked at Renaissance before. It's been a while, but this reminds me of a few different fragrances. It's green. It's kind of fresh, leafy, green, minty, citrus. This is familiar, but not like one-to-one with something. Like this is almost like a hybrid of like a little bit of Eros meets a little bit of Invictus Aqua maybe, and some mint. I can't pinpoint the mint fragrance it's reminding me of. This smells really good for a straight up, mid-level clothing designer cheapie. This actually smells really good. It's got a little bit of like green spice to it, giving it some, I guess, zest for lack of a better term. It actually does smell really good. It does. Like, better than I anticipated it to smell. Anyway, I figured it'd be good. Pretty good. Let's cross-reference these notes on Parfumo, shall we?
A few minutes later.
So, 2018 release. Ooh, 5.4 out of 10. So, they're not really liking it. They're calling it a straight-up average fragrance. I like how it smells. Synthetic, yeah, sweet, fruity, fresh, woody. I agree with all that. I would say it's greener than that, though. But top notes of bergamot, apple, and basil. So, there's that green, spicy freshness. Licorice, cardamom, marine notes. So, there's why it's aquatic. There's some more spice. Vetiver, cedarwood, vanilla. Okay. They don't have a smells like section for it, but I get a little bit of Eros, which is probably this apple vanilla combo that I'm getting here. A little bit of Invictus Aqua, your citrus, your marine notes, your cedarwood. I'm guessing here as to what can maybe be creating these accords to remind me of these different fragrances. But it smells like a spicy, it is a little minty green too. I'm kind of surprised there's nothing minty mentioned here. But I do like this. I think it's better than what they're rating it. Of course, this is just my opinion. You may not feel the same, but I think it's a 7 out of 10. I think it's actually a very good fragrance. This is better than Only the Brave High. This is a little better than Only the Brave Tattoo, which is kind of my favorite. I don't know if I want to say it's better than the original Only the Brave. I kind of hold that one in pretty high regard. It reminds me of like the 2000s era. Very much that style fragrance. So it's more of a nostalgia kind of tie than just loving the fragrance. I like this. It's not bad. It's redundant to a lot of things. Like I said, if you like Eros, This is more of a green spicy kind of take on Eros, but Eros is the main fragrance that stands out to me here. But I think it's solid. Diesel, only the brave street. Call me crazy, but I think we're off to a good start. So here we go. Xerjoff Renaissance. Big 100 ml. Look familiar. So one of my goals this year is to add more to my Xerjoff collection. I got Dolce Amalfi right here. I got Neo right here. They're still within arm's reach. That's the last ones that I picked up. So their presentations are always really, really nice. And it's kind of a shame to not keep them. But, I mean, I got all these shelves. Very, very few boxes get kept. Look at that frosted glass. That's pretty, man. That's pretty. They have beautiful presentations. They really do. Absolutely stunning presentations. But from what I remember, this is like a minty citrus fragrance. I've looked at it before. I have friends online that very much enjoy this. Most notably, I always think of Matt, my buddy from the on again, off again channel, Georgia Gent. He's a big fan of this one. A little bit of detail work in the frosting back here. Get it to focus so we can hone in on that a little bit more. There we go. Okay. I've been wanting this one for a few years now. So we're going to go on the other hand. Cap holds on very strongly. Let's see what we're working with. Beautiful, beautiful atomizer. It's like a creamy minty citrus. Not creamy, mouth-watering. That's what I meant to say. This is a happy fragrance right here. Man, that smells good. Mouth-watering. Very mouth-watering type of citrus. Green and fresh, but not heavy green, not spicy green, just fresh green, watery citrus, like a lemon type of feel. Lemon grapefruit kind of deal going. Probably grapefruit. That's more. No, that's lemon. That smells more like lemon. It might have both. This smells incredible. This is a springtime fragrance in a bottle right here. This is one I've been wanting to check out, and if you want more of a green tone and less citrus, at least I get less citrus. I know a lot of people talk about the citrus in Neo. I got Neo right here that I bought recently, but beautiful Italian citrus style. Very much in the vein of like an Acqua di Parma Colonia without being the exact same scent profile, but in that vein, that style, if you will. Very classic and classy citrus aromatic. Almost fougere-like, but more citrus dominant. Man, let's pull up these notes.
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
1861 Renaissance, 8 out of 10 rating with 1,139 ratings, so highly rated by many. Citrus, fresh, green, floral, spicy. I don't really get much spice, not right now. Petitgrain, one of my favorite notes in perfumery. That's why I like spring so much, because I love petitgrain in a fragrance. If you look at my spring rotations or my favorite spring fragrances over the years, most of the ones that I talk about the most, or just like light up when I talk about and smell, have petitgrain in them. Something about that note. Calabrian bergamot, lemon, so it is lemon, mandarin orange. Then we have mint, Bulgarian rose, lily of the valley. Then we have musk, cedarwood, patchouli, amber. I don't get a lot of the darker elements, but I definitely get plenty of citrus, mainly lemon, mint, very much, and petitgrain in this opening. This is fantastic. I think 8 out of 10's undershooting this for a fresh citrus fragrance. This is top tier fresh citrus fragrance to me. Man, I'm going to be sniffing on this. I need to go take my shower in a little bit, but it's going to get washed off for the most part. I might reapply this. I'm probably going to wear this one out the shower tonight at the recording of this. Yeah, this is going to be in the rotation. I'm going to be showering after I finish filming this video. Before I edit, I'm spraying this back on. 9 out of 10. Outstanding citrus fragrance. One of the best. I'm so glad to finally have this. I've heard so many good things about it over the years. I don't recall ever smelling it. If I did, it was on a test strip one time, maybe with Justin or something. I don't know. Because I know he has it. And I recall that there's a chance I may have smelled it with him in the past. I just don't remember. But smelling it here and now on skin, this is a magnificent citrus olfactive experience. And fresh minty green. Oh, such a great springtime profile. Outstanding. Renaissance is 9 out of 10. So we might have went ahead and did the best of the bunch. Don't get me wrong, iris fragrances are my favorite. That's my absolute favorite. I have countless iris fragrances. Like, it's up there with blue fragrances for amount of fragrances I have that have an iris prominently featured. But I want to see what Pierre Montale is working with when it comes to his iris fragrance called Intense So Iris. Now, I remember the note breakdown being pretty simplistic and straightforward. I have a feeling it's going to be a very clean, powdery iris type, more on the feminine side, and I'm here for that. If it's very like clean, office friendly, but powerful kind of iris, I love that kind of stuff. Hence business over pleasure, you know. For those of you who don't know what I mean when I say business over pleasure, that was my first collaboration fragrance with Zaharoff from a few years ago. And that's what it was, a clean, more complex, fresh office iris fragrance. So we're going to go, well, look at the bottle. I pulled the pen. I'm ready to spray it, damn it. So, Iris So Intense, similar to Blue Matcha, Herbal Aquatica, like tropical wood. It's all that same gradient bottle. We're going up here on the forearm. 2 good sprays, technically. Smells a little waxy out here in the opening. At least out in the air. Ooh, it's a little bit more earthy than I thought it would be, but it definitely has a waxiness, like that lipstick smell. But it's also earthy. So this is probably some natural Florentine iris. It's an extrait. It's not an eau de parfum. Most of their fragrances are eau de parfum. This is a freaking extrait? No way. Okay, uh-oh. So the sticker on the bottom, see if I can get it to focus for you guys. It's highly reflective. It might take a little bit. See if I can get it. Here we go. See how it says eau de parfum right there in the middle? Top part of the sticker. Eau de parfum. Right here. It says extrait de parfum. So either way, it's going to be a strong fragrance because it's a Montale, but it's not super earthy, but there's a rooty. I don't want to say rooty. It sounds like I'm saying R-U-D-Y when I say rooty, so I try to pronunciate it better. A root of the flower type of feel, like a little bit of earthiness, fresh out the dirt kind of thing. Waxy, almost violet-like smell. A little powdery, but not crazy powdery. Not a powder bomb like a designer iris fragrance with that fantasy iris note that I talk about from time to time. It's not that kind of powdery. It is powdery, but it's just as musky as it is powdery. And it's sweet, but not crazy sweet. I don't even know if it's vanilla, because it doesn't really smell like vanilla. Could be. It's more waxy, a little earthy, slightly I'm going to say moderately powdery, not slightly. A little musky, even woodsy. Let's pull up these notes. I'm super curious. I don't remember them. I looked at them not long ago.
12 seconds later.
2017 Intense So Iris. 7.9 out of 10, 237 ratings. So floral, powdery, woody, fresh, creamy. Iris, white musk, and sandalwood. Get a little bit of sweetness to it. It's not super creamy, but undeniable. There's definitely some creaminess here. It being ranked the 5th accord. Makes sense because I damn sure wouldn't put it in the top 3, but floral, powdery, woody. Very much. Fresh. I totally agree with the ranking and the exact 5 main accords that they list here on this pyramid. Above the pyramid. Well, it's not really a pyramid. It's 3 notes. It is what I remembered for the most part. Straightforward, clean, iris, office-friendly fragrance. This can dress up. This can dress down. It has a slight cooling effect to it. Almost like a cold opening. Almost like a Pegasus. Without being lactonic. Has a little bit of that cooling cold opening. Oh, this is good. I bet it's not going to change much either. It's probably going to be very linear and be straightforward. This is a good one. Now, it doesn't blow me away like a Mancera Black Prestigium, where that's so much complexity. It's a bit of a challenge. It's got some serious oud funk, hefty smoke, a little bit of a tumbled leather type of smell to it. There's some spice. It's earthy. That's an interesting iris fragrance. This is very straightforward, clean, and to the point, and I really appreciate that. I'll wear this way more. This has way more of a chance to make it into my weekly rotation than something like Black Prestigium, even though that one wows me way more than this one does. I think this is still like an 8.5 out of 10. Great iris fragrance option. So if you don't like the sweet, super powdery iris fragrances and you want a more natural iris experience, it's very straightforward without any real fluff and frills of sweet notes or leathers or too much musk or anything like that, I think this might be a good option for you to check out. This is an under-the-radar kind of fragrance. I'm glad to have added this. Intenso Iris Montale is an 8.5 out of 10 to me. Well, that's the 3 in this haul. Like I said, I picked them up from Fragrance Buy. I pick up a lot of fragrances from Fragrance Buy, and this was part of a split because I actually had 4 Manceras that are actually 3 of them right there and one's up there. Deep Forest is right there. It was part of a 7 fragrance order. I split it into 2. I did the 4 Manceras on a live stream. I did these 3 together in a regular recorded long format video to kind of split it up because they were both, this was kind of like 2 themes. This is more of a spring theme. That was straight up Mancera offerings. I like all of them, especially, oh man, especially Renaissance. That is a winner if I've ever smelled one. And this is actually pretty damn good. I like it. I do like it. This one smells like a springtime fragrance as well. It's good stuff. And until next time, do me a real quick favor. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe because I do appreciate all the feedback and I love hearing from you guys. Have any of you tried any of these 3? And if you have, what do you think about them? Similar assessment to mine? Differ slightly? Very different. I mean, it's a subjective thing. Not everybody smells the same things. Not everybody's skin chemistry reacts the same way to these different things. Definitely let me know down in the comments. And until next time, I will say if you get your hands on any of these 3 that we featured in this video, give them a spray now. You might end up thanking me later. Have a good one, guys.